Happening now, we're going to take you to a live update. This is on a house fire in Oshawa. One person remains unaccounted for. Let's listen.
At this time, we are not releasing the name.
What's the relationship with covering all the males in the house?
So at this time, we believe that everybody was just a resident of the home.
Neighbors have told us it's some sort of like a rooming house. Is
So-
that our understanding? Were there multiple units inside this home?
That's correct. There were multiple units inside the home.
So they were each living separately?
That's correct.
Also been told this is a problem property, like some people describe it as a drug house, like when the residents leave this house known to police. Have you heard reports of this?
I'm not familiar with the residents. I can't confirm whether or not that police have been here before, but I can confirm that, at this time, everybody except that one person has been accounted for.
And this other person is a resident in the house as well, not a friend who comes by periodically?
That's correct. Our investigators have confirmed that he does reside at the home. That's correct. It's my understanding that there were 6 individuals in total. 3 were transported with the minor injuries, and there is 1 male, making a total 7 that was unaccounted for. Sorry. So at this point, the investigation is very early on. We have nothing to indicate whether it's suspicious or not. That's something our investigators will be looking at and working closely with the Ontario Fire Marshal if they are deemed necessary to come in, just to confirm whether or not this fire was of criminal nature.
Can you explain these minor injuries? Are we talking smoke inhalation? Are we talking, did anyone get any burns or anything like that?
The last update I received, the minor injuries were smoke inhalation in nature, nothing to do with any type of burns.
Any indication where in the house that this fire started?
Yeah, at this point, just so early in the investigation, we're unsure of any details where the fire may have began or what began the fire.
And what role are police taking in that investigation as opposed to fire?
Yeah, so right now our criminal investigators are working alongside the Ontario Fire Marshal, who is currently on standby, just to determine whether there was anything in criminal nature. And of course, if that male who is unaccounted for does, we do find out that he was in the residence, our investigators will be looking at exactly what transpired to, ascertain how he passed away, if he passed away. But like I said, he's unaccounted for. It does not mean that he's in the home. We're just currently looking for him, and he could be anywhere.
So you've got criminal investigators here on scene involved in the early stages of this investigation?
Our criminal investigators are on standby right now. They are aware of all the information, and they're just waiting on further information based on the assessment by the fire team.
Sorry, again, it's a little hard to hear, so apologies if you already said it, but is this person who's unaccounted for essentially being treated as a missing person, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then you also confirmed, like, the ages of the people who were in the home. Like, I think I understand this is all, like, adults men, like, so men, basically, or do you not know that?
So I can confirm that the 3 that were transported to the hospital were adult males, and all the other individuals that were evacuated from the home were also adults, and the person that's unaccounted for is also an adult.
When adult males, females, mixed.
It was a mix of residents in there. The person who's unaccounted for is an adult male.
What can you say about this residence being a rooming house? Multiple apartments with that?
As far as I'm aware, I do know that there were multiple tenants of the home.
This is also, the fire chief was also saying there was hoarding in the house as well. Could that have played a role in how hard it was for them to access the house, how the fire spread? I know you're not a firefighter yourself, but
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not my area of expertise. That would be something the fire services would have to speak to.
Is there any message you want to put out today to people? Like, obviously, a concerning thing for residents in this area. Yeah, any message you want to put out?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. If it's very cold weather these days, so anybody who's using internal heating like propane or natural gas, any type of heating, just be very, very aware of the methods that you're using. Have the proper indicators like natural gas and carbon monoxide devices to make sure that you have no leaks, and just be very vigilant when you're using these types of heating sources inside the home.
were any of the residents the owners of the house? Like, was one of them living there, the landlord, and then the rest were staying?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that information.
Do you know how many units are in the house? Like, how many separate residences?
Unfortunately, I do not know, no.
The house at this point, I can assume, is gutted. It's gonna be. You see an excavator here. They're gonna tear it apart. It's
Yeah, so the updated information that I have is that they will be using an excavator just to look through certain parts of the home. So yes, the home itself will probably be torn apart just to assist the fire with extinguishing the majority of the remaining flames that are in the house.
And how do they do that if they're not sure there's a body inside? I imagine they don't want to risk damaging that or anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not my expertise. That's going to be a question for the fire services as well. Yeah. I wouldn't even be able to give you an estimate. As long as they deem necessary to make sure that the fire is extinguished permanently and to make sure that there is no individual that is in the home.
For area residents then, can you just tell us exactly what roads are closed where so that we can...
Absolutely. So behind me is Bloor Street East, which will be closed all the way up to Albert Street on the west side there, and on the east side will be closed to Barrett Street.
Both directions.
Both directions. And they will be closed for, the extent of this investigation. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but as long as it will take, that's how long they're going to be closed. Okay.
What time was your criminal investigations team actually put on standby?
So the police service itself was queued up at 3:50 a.m. as soon as the phone call came in. They would have been monitoring right off the bat. I'm not sure at the specific time when they were, became explicitly involved, but they're always monitoring as soon as the calls come in. Absolutely. It's Constable Nicholas Gluckstein, Nicholas Gluckstein. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so we just had a live update from Durham Police about that house fire in Oshawa. Everyone was a resident in the home. One person is still unaccounted for, 3 taken to hospital for smoke inhalation. All adult males. Again, this was in Oshawa at a home on Bloor Street East and Simcoe Street East. We just heard that criminal investigators are on standby, working alongside fire just to check for any possibility of criminal activity. We will bring you the very latest as we get it.